Namaskar. Welcome to the special transmission, and we're going to be talking about what's happening in Tamil Nadu. Is something big coming down the pipeline as far as the TASMAC revelations are concerned? Is that why DMK is really worried and they're trying to do all kinds of distraction methodologies? This is known. This is what DMK has been known to do. Is that why they are trying to distract people by picking up some other things and, like, for example, 3-language formula or delimitation, anything you name it, they seem to be trying. Why are they running like this? Why are they running helter-skelter? And when their narrative is failing, did they send the B team, which is the TVK, according to Annamalai? I'm not going to say anything about it. According to Annamalai, that Tamil Vetri Katchi or Tamilaga Vetri Katchi of actor Joseph Vijay is that the B team, which is why they sent the general secretary of this party. His name is B. Anand. They call they call that, it's difficult to say how pronouncing it. It's Busi or Pussy Anand. And let's listen to what Annamalai said today in a press conference. He was breathing fire at Vijay. He identified them as the B team of DMK. And why is he saying that? You can just listen to this. I've got some subtitles. If you don't understand Tamil, you should be able to read the subtitle to understand where the drift is. But I'll also explain to you right after we watch this video. Here we go.
டிவிகே முதல்ல வர சொல்லுங்கண்ணே. ஸ்கூல் பசங்க மாதிரி உட்கார்ந்து பாலிடிக்ஸ் பண்றாங்க. டிவிகே என்ன சினிமா ஷூட்டிங்ல இருந்து அரசியல் பண்ணுவாங்களா? என்ன டிவிகே சினிமா ஷூட்டிங்ல உட்கார்ந்து பாட்டு பாடிக்கிட்டு நடிகைகளோட இடுப்பை கிள்ளிக்கிட்டு அரசியல் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு விஜய். திரும்ப எனக்கு பேச தெரியுமல்ல. டிவிகேவும் பவுண்டரியை கிராஸ் பண்ண கூடாது. நானும் டிவிகேவும் மரியாதையா தான் பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். அறிக்கை விடும்போது அறிக்கைக்கு ஒரு காரணம் இருக்கும். நான் என்ன விஜய் மாதிரி உட்கார்ந்து நடிகைகளோட இடுப்பை கிள்ளிக்கிட்டு உட்கார்ந்து டான்ஸ் ஆடிட்டு அங்கிருந்து அறிக்கை கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேனா? நான் களத்திலிருந்து போராடி கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். களத்திலிருந்து பேசுறேன். இது என்ன ஒர்க் ஃப்ரம் ஹோம் பாலிடிக்ஸா விஜய்க்கு? என்ன ஒர்க் ஃப்ரம் ஹோம்? நாடகம் யாரு பண்றாங்க? யாரு விஜய்க்கு 50 வயசுல அரசியல் வரணும்னு தோணுச்சா? 30 வயசுல எங்க போனாரு? 50 வயசுல காலைல புத்தா எழுப்பிவிட்டு நடிகர் விஜய் அரசியலுக்கு வர சொன்னாரா? விஜய் யாரோட பி டீம்? நாடகம் யாரு பண்றாங்க? பிஜேபி பண்ணுதா விஜய் பண்றாரா? நாடகம் பண்ணுவது விஜய், நாடகம் பண்ணுவது டிவிகே. திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்தினுடைய பி டீம் தான் விஜய். இன்னைக்கு நான் ஆணித்தரமா உறுதியா சொல்றேன். தமிழக வெற்றி கழகத்தினுடைய நடவடிக்கையை பார்த்த பிறகு நான் சொல்றேன், திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம் மறுபடியும் ஆட்சிக்கு வர வேண்டும் என்று ஆரம்பித்த சீக்ரெட் ப்ராஜெக்ட் தான் தமிழக வெற்றி கழகம், சகோதரர் விஜய் அவர்கள். ஏன்னா வரம்பு மீறி அவர்கள் பேசும்பொழுது எனக்கும் பேச தெரியும். மரியாதை கொடுத்து மரியாதை வாங்கிக்கணும். சும்மா இந்த குசி ஆனந்த் உட்கார்ந்துகிட்டு இந்த அறிக்கையெல்லாம் கொடுக்க கூடாது. நீ எல்லாம் ஒர்க் ஃப்ரம் ஹோம் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க. களத்துக்கு வா. அப்படியே படாம அப்படியே உட்கார்ந்து ஆக்டிங் பண்ற இடத்துல இருந்து அறிக்கை டைப் அடிச்சு அனுப்பிட்டு இருக்க. உனக்கு என்ன தெரியும் மக்கள் கஷ்டத்தை பத்தி? சிகரெட் குடிப்ப, மூவில ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் அடிப்ப, இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு டாஸ்மார்க் பத்தி பேசுறதுக்கு விஜய்க்கு யார் உரிமை கொடுத்தா? என் மாஸ்டர் படத்துல விஜயோட கேரக்டர் என்ன? சும்மா ஒரு குல்லாவை போட்டுட்டு நான் வந்து மைனாரிட்டி பக்கம் இருக்கேன்னு ஒரு நாள் வந்து இஃப்தார் வச்சுட்டு எல்லாம் வந்துருமானே? எனக்கு பேச தெரியும். அதனால இந்த அறிக்கை எல்லாம் இந்த குசி ஆனந்தெல்லாம் கரெக்டா லிமிட்ல வச்சுக்கணும். சும்மா எங்க பக்கத்துல வச்சுட்டு இந்த ஒர்க் ஃப்ரம் ஹோம் பாலிடிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு சின்ன பசங்க மாதிரி பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சிட்டு வந்து சண்டை போடக்கூடாது. இன்னைக்கு நடந்த போராட்டமே.
So he has really taken him to the cleaners. He says Vijay acts and smokes and drinks in his movies and he has no right to comment about TASMAC. Just a little bit about this person, Anand. He is supposed to be one of the general secretaries of the TVK. He was an ex-MLA some years ago. I don't think he's an MLA right now. And somehow he has provoked this reaction from Annamalai. He said something to the effect, what are you doing about the TASMAC deal or something of that nature. Now, if you remember a few days ago when Joseph Vijay addressed the people, he said that I am opposed to both BJP and DMK. I think they are trying to keep using that sort of an image that they will oppose both BJP and DMK to become like the third force. But here is where the problem is. They could have also asked DMK whether what is being alleged in TASMAC is true. Don't look at the numbers. 1,000 crores that is being bandied about is nothing. The corruption value is running into lakhs of crores. And from what I am hearing from reliable sources, the link to the top has been established. It's a matter of time before BJP is going to move in this case. And they are saying that after two chief ministers, you know the ones, the Soren and Kejriwal, the third one could be Stalin. If that happens, how does the leadership change at the DMK? So that is one side. Now, the other side is, what is DMK going to do about the upcoming elections? Was there a plan to make to pull forward the elections, maybe to dissolve the assembly and go to early elections, like, for example, alongside Bihar in October 2025? Otherwise, they have to go, I think, in May or June 2026. Was there a plan to do something like that? Because every day we are seeing more and more the DMK losing its touch with the people, its connect with the people. People are getting furious. You saw, like, in just the last 4 weeks, there were 4 or 5 major scams, including alleged, reports of a particular minister also being involved in a rape of a student in Annamalai University. No, I'm sorry, Anna University campus in Chennai itself. And all these things don't bode well for DMK. So are they trying to hurry up, bring forward and try to, come back to power and then anoint Udayanidhi as the chief minister, so that MK Stalin, who has been rumored to be unwell, can, ride into the sunset? Is that what is the plan on DMK side? Let's keep that thing aside for a minute. How are the other parties faring? You know that just like the BJP, the ADMK also drew a blank in Lok Sabha elections. Did anybody in the party question the leadership of Edappadi as to how he did not perform at all? I mean, he got a complete zero in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, and whether he should continue to lead the party. Has there been any talk about it? Well, the interesting thing here is we have a clue now that all is not well in the ADMK party also. There are some very big stalwarts in the party. I would say there are two monies. Money means jewel, like Shamantaka money, that kind of thing. Also, money, of course, in English means money, real money, rupees, dollars, wealth, whatever you want to call it, right? So there are two people, Tangamani and Velumani. These two are the ones who are supposed to be the people who are the go-to guys for Edappadi Palaniswamy whenever he needs to raise money. This is just what I hear from reliable sources. Are they with Edappadi, or are they with an established, efficient ex-minister called Sengottayan? Interesting thing is, all 4 of them come from the same Kongu region. ADMK's party's oxygen is Kongu region. Kongu region is the region that comprises Coimbatore, Erode, Tirupur, all those districts where there's a fair amount of activity business-wise. Edappadi itself, I think Salem district, I think, is where his village Edappadi is. So this area is what has gotten the ADMK its strength as it stands in the assembly today. So what is going to happen? Is there a split again in the ADMK? You already have post Jayalalitha a split where TTV Dinakaran went out. Then OPS went out when EPS got anointed. OPS and EPS are still fighting it out in the court about the symbol. That thing appeared to have gone EPS way because BJP thought that ADMK would go with them in the Lok Sabha elections. That did not happen. Imagine if ADMK and BJP had fought the elections together with good candidates from both sides. Who knows? There might have been 5-6 seats. We know that there was, of course, sabotage on part of ADMK to not allow a national party such as the BJP to get even a single seat in the Lok Sabha. But those things don't work in the assembly. Now, the problem is, while EPS may have ganged up with the DMK, ADMK and DMK together to keep the BJP out, ADMK did not win anything either. So the rank and file are questioning EPS. Why have you still around? What have you done for the party? It is believed that in the Lok Sabha election campaign, he didn't even show up. No campaigning at all. He left it to the local candidates to do the campaigning on their own. I'm not sure that happened. I'm sure he would have campaigned here or there. But the truth is that even in their strongholds, like for example, the Congo region, they drew a blank. So what explains this dichotomy now, where EPS is continuing to be the leader of the party, but the party hasn't really expressed its faith in his leadership? What happened was last week there was a annual a meeting of the Chanakya TV, my good friend Rangaraj Pandey's thing, and there he had invited one of these ex-ministers who was considered very efficient, in fact chief minister material. His name is Sengotayan. Now Sengotayan is a very senior person. It is believed, I don't know, many of you may know this, Sengotayan's secretary was EPS. And somehow EPS got catapulted on top of him and became the chief minister. So these things happen because the chief ministerial candidate, Shashikala, chose handpicked EPS, just like Jayalalitha handpicked OPS, because OPS was considered to be harmless, that he would do her bidding while she was in jail. She has gone to jail twice. The second one is when we saw that she was really, really sick and all that. There was another time she had gone to jail before that also. So same way, when Sasikala had to go serve out the jail term, she had handpicked EPS thinking that OPS was too powerful now, that EPS will do her bidding, only to see that EPS has completely usurped the control of the party. Sasikala might still be able to wield some influence. Will she, mount a comeback? Is Sengotayan the person who's going to be unseating? Is there a Shinde in the ADMK camp? And is that Shinde Mr. Sengotayan? Sasikala, all of them are the same letter S. Which one is it going to be? What is going to happen? So there is also a bright possibility that ADMK and BJP may come together without EPS. Because somewhere you have to show somebody as being the villain of the piece. And it might help BJP's narrative if they say that, look, it was EPS all along who didn't want a partnership. The others, rank and file of ADMK is fine with us, and we are going to go that way. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm just saying that you need to have that kind of a narrative. And BJP right now is really, really breathing hot, and they are really taking it to the streets. They are going to demonstrate in front of many TASMAC shops. That's what they're saying. I think there are about 4,000 shops all over Tamil Nadu. They are saying that we are going to demonstrate in front of every shop. In fact, I think Annamalai was taken into custody for a few hours before being let off. So now you see that BJP is getting really hot. I also believe that Annamalai and Velumani met. If that happened, see, that is the back behind the door meetings. If that happened, then clearly all is not well inside the ADMK camp. So we have to think about these scenarios. Elections are going to be preponed. If in that case, is the ADMK ready? Sometimes these things will force some other things to happen. Is it possible that ADMK could split again and dump EPS and everybody rallies behind Sengotayan? What does it take for that to happen? If Annamalai comes and endorses somebody's candidacy in ADMK, would that turn the tide in favor of that person? Because right now it is not clear if the party's rank and file is listening to Sasikala or not. She tried doing some things like audio files and things like that, but I don't think that has really moved the needle. The important thing is the symbol. If the breakaway group, assuming that happens, in the ADMK figures that, okay, we are going to align ourselves strongly with BJP, we will, kiss the earth on which BJP walks. I'm making this up, of course, they won't say that. But if they do something like that, then there is a possibility that the symbol could go their way. There are 76 MLAs. 73, I think. How they will sway is going to make this happen. Because if you want an official split without losing your job, 2/3 have to move to a new party. That means 48 or 49, I think. 49 of them have to move. So Sengotayan is one MLA. I think Velumani is also another MLA. Tangamani might be another MLA. So there are 4 or 5 that can probably already be there. What does it take to break ADMK? Will they require help from the BJP? And in return, what will the BJP expect? Will Sengotayan be the candidate for chief ministership? Should there be a breakaway faction? All these things are the thing being asked now. And what interestingly happened was Vijay thought that he can keep throwing arrows at BJP as well as DMK, but this one has spectacularly backfired at him. People are really raving how Annamalai has taken Vijay to the cleaners, and Joseph Vijay finds himself in a bit of soup. And I think the problem is the way he said it. I don't know how many of you understood Tamil, but he said this is not movies where you just go and pinch actresses on their waist, or smoke cigarettes and drink and just basically become larger than life. So these are all things that people will observe very closely, and this chemistry of on-screen to real life, I think this is again under test now. Vijaykanth was okay success, not a great success. Jayalalitha managed to do that thing. Somehow she inherited the aura of MGR. Nobody else has succeeded. The latest casualty being Kamal Haasan, who it is believed is going to go to Rajya Sabha when the Rajya Sabha elects its new members. That's coming up, I think, in June. So he's expected to represent one of the, he's supposed to be a part of DMK. His party has merged into DMK, allegedly. So that's all there is. And if DMK prepones the elections, would this whole thing get accelerated? Does that mean then that BJP will be able to form that coalition sans EPS, and they'll still be able to keep AIADMK, that is TTD Dinavakarun, and they may be able to keep Sasikala in the flock? So that means OPS is out, EPS is out. The two big wigs are out, but the rest of the ADMK stays intact along with BJP and any other people who are there. And PMK, we have to see whether PMK will stay with the BJP, with the NDA, or will go back to DMK. It's not known at this point of time, because I think this is the bigger question. Is there going to be a split in the ADMK? And if so, will the breakaway group completely align itself solidly with the BJP? That's the question that's on everybody's lips. And see, these twists and turns will happen. There will be a counterplay by the other people. At this point of time, it looks like there is definitely dissent within the ADMK party, and that is now coming out in the open. That's all I have. Let me see if there are any questions from you all. Shyam Tarun has an interesting take on, he has just returned from TN trip. He said that DMK marketing is aggressive. Every village had big flag posted DMK flags. Village bus stops had DMK logo. There are also people home with. Yes, I told you about this. I toured in last August. They have bought out all the walls available. So only along the roads, that too for a day or two, you will find these things, and then they go away and put back the old ones. And he says that BJP needs to put double the efforts and double the work to make inroads in Tamil Nadu. My taxi driver was saying DMK will because of money, cheating, fake votes. Temples in Madurai, Rameshwaram, Coimbatore are amazing. The TN is truly land of temples. I feel the government could do a better job in creating better facilities, maintenance of the temples. I'm wishing and hoping for a day when our temples are governed by people who believe in Sanatana Dharma and will work hard to spread it. Thank you so much, Shyam Tarun. You've taken a lot of pain to put all these things together. Vijay, Joseph, and Udaynidhi are Christians, and I'm not sure they're inclined to keep Sanatana Dharma and our temples. As you approach into Rameshwaram, you'll see huge mosques, churches. Why build this exactly where our temples are? I don't have anything against mosque churches, but I feel they are poking or showing off. Hey, Gautamanji and I have been pointing this out for a long time. These things, pose a huge danger for India as a country. There's a huge problem here. Shyam Tarun goes on to say, I hope the Hindus of TN will rise up and vote for Annamalai. They failed to do this in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. And by the way, I really enjoyed the food in TN at Murugan Idli, Anandas, Annapurna, and other local places. Amazing food and beautiful saris. Another thing, I see a lot of people speaking in Hindi, restaurants, hotels, taxis, shopping stores. A lot of workers are from Northeast, UP, and Bihar. That is the truth. That is the truth. And TN Hindus, wake up and counter the Dravidian parties. And Shyam goes on to say, appreciate all the effort being done by Sriji, Sriramji, Shekharji, Rajagopalanji, JVC Sriramji, Bala Gautamanji, Vaidyanathanji, and many others at Pigurus. Thank you so much, Shyam Tarun. I sincerely hope the TN overcome the obsession with making movie actors as political leaders. I think the tide is changing. They have never seen somebody who's honest and sincere, who has that persona to project like Annamalai has. However, there is also this question about how strong are they at the booth level. That is the point that is going to be questioned all the time. And if, like I said, this breakaway party which gets the symbol right and aligns solidly with BJP, then a lot of things will become easier. Why I say easier is because ADMK has booth presence, and they may be energized to come back and vote for or try to get their cadres to say, okay, this is the combined, this is going to come to power, let's vote for them, and this is the person who will become the chief minister. I don't know if that is too early or it's a wishful thinking, but certainly the buzz is in the air now. And I have a feeling that this is going to be a game changer, this TASMAC deal. And also, BJP needs to act quickly. If they are going to go after TASMAC and Stalin and DMK, they need to act quickly, because he could call elections right after they dismiss the government or jail him and then play the sympathy card or try to play the sympathy card. Now, remember that sympathy card after being jailed for corruption is 50-50. Kejriwal failed, but Hemanta Soren won. So there is all that math also in question. So we don't know how the BJP is going to do. What I would do is be consistent and go after people for what they did. Unfortunately, BJP doesn't follow that. They are much more careful in their moves. We'll see how it goes. I'm not saying one way or the other that they should do it or not do it, but this is the real thing. They may call elections early, because every day it seems like DMK is losing some more ground and all these new permutations are coming up. Let me see if there are any questions. Sri Nandini says, Vijay first asked that guy to learn how to act in his movies. I thought he was supposed to be like, see, one of the things that Prashant Kishore said was that there is a Vijay supporter in here. There's at least one Vijay supporter in every family. Let's see. Let me see anything else. There are a couple of questions. BJP should act as soon as possible. Don't let the golden moment slip away. That's Padma Ravi. And next question, Aditya Raghunathan. Best wishes for your health and future. Thank you so much, Aditya. Jayanti Keshav says, neither ADMK nor DMK, third party is the need of the hour. Movie actors should only stick to what they are good at, acting only. Excellent video. Please bring Rangaraj Pandey on P. Guru's Tamil. I'll definitely reach out to him, because he would have been there close up. By the way, the BJP still has a lot of work to do. I stand by what we discussed with Sriram Seshadri at the booth level. They need to plan as if ADMK is not going to be there in the alignment, in the alliance. Do that planning and be ready, because that will put pressure on ADMK also to say that, okay, this time if we still cross vote, these guys have built up their booth level strength, and in 2031 they'll be ready. In fact, I predict that this will be very, very closely fought battle, and that the assembly could go this way, that way. It might be another election in 2028 or 2029, along with the Lok Sabha elections also. It's possible. Okay. Other than Annamalai, TN-BJP second line leaders, including Tamilisai, are barnacle suckers, parasites on Modi plus Annamalai. Kajari sir, I'm not so sure. There are a few really, really good leaders. Unfortunately, there is this somehow this these vibes are not still coming out, and I think that's why Annamalai prefers to do the press conferences himself, because he wants to try and break through the kind of chokehold that the DMK party ecosystem has on Tamil media, whether it is newspapers or social media or TVs. It's only one narrative that comes across. And for someone to punch through that, you have to be as charismatic, as hard-hitting. In fact, I see him becoming much more hard-hitting in the last few weeks than he ever was before. There was a certain civility, there was a certain decorum with which he addressed the other people, but now he is getting much more under the skin, and that actually irks the other side. See, Vijay doesn't know what to do. Maybe it's political immaturity. But these are the things. You need to know when to keep quiet in politics and when to say something and what to say, how to say. All these things are important. I'm not saying that Annamalai has been very successful. But see, on the opposition side, it's a lot easier to take pot shots at the ruling dispensation. The other way around is harder, which is why, Modi is so quiet. He never says anything, right? And he only does. Let's see. Sri Nandini, I don't know. Many people think he's a great actor. Vijay Kantan Arunachalam says that actor Vijay is one stupid bloke. No real political base, only money. With tacit support from DMK, they are playing a game of which they have no clue. Yeah, they want to try and split the anti-DMK votes. Narayanan says the plight of farmers in TN is pathetic. Current situation of Tamil policy situation in Hindi also. Dinesh Mohan Jha. And Jagdishwar Gupta says, won't TN government play foul again? How they did in elections in 2024. A good observation, Jagdishwar Gupta ji. I don't know. Like I said, there should have been a white paper published, but BJP is again being careful. Say they also complain that EVM, there was, the way the conduct of elections was bad. Then what happens is they'll say, look, you were the ones conducting the elections. Are you saying then that you don't know how to conduct elections? So these questions get turned around very quickly. That's why probably BJP is doing some things quietly in the background to make sure that what played out in the, especially in Tamil Nadu in the Lok Sabha election won't happen again. Sampath Rangarajan says it's long suspected actor Vijay, who was DMK supporter before, is deployed colorfully to split anti-DMK votes so that DMK can win easily. Okay. It reminds me of the Vadiveli joke that opening is good but no finishing about ED. Okay, let's see. It's Joseph Vijay, not Vijay is a Hindu name. Yes, of course. Karthik Sharma says, if they hate hearing Hindi, can we tell them we are talking in Urdu? They shouldn't have a problem with that. Karthik, see, the thing is, people don't do that. People are very nice, and what Tarun said stands out. Shyam Tarun, thank you so much for your generosity. What he says is actually very true. People are very nice in Tamil Nadu, and they have a very deep connect with the religion, because they needed to know astrology, they needed to know astronomy, because the position of India is so unique. You had the wind blowing in one direction for 6 months and another direction for the other 6 months. So when it is blowing towards east, you set sail, you went to east in about a month or so. Then you had to wait for the wind to turn. But imagine if you are going at the end of this season, then you turn around and almost immediately you can come back. So the entire trip could be in 4 months. I'm talking about places like Srivijaya, Indonesia, or even further up. So there was this, and this took place for hundreds of years. And the same thing is true for westbound voyages also. They said that in Venice, there were at least 5 or 6 ships from India docked at any given time. How did they go there? They must have gone around the Cape of Good Hope. There was no Suez Canal then. So all this stuff, they had figured it out. And for that, you need very accurate reading on astronomy. And astrology came along, and this whole Jyotishi Shastra was well entrenched in Tamil Nadu. I'm telling you, the DMK guys, they say outside that there is no God, but inside they'll do 100 different things to make sure that any step they take has the full blessings of every God known to mankind. Long time it is suspected actor Joseph Vijay is B team of DMK. His party's purpose is split anti-DMK votes, anti-incumbent votes, or DMK will win history. It may not be going to happen after all. See, if the people are extremely upset with the government, they will, effect a change. Aditya Raghunathan wants to know, you rightly said on BJP booth strength, ADMK can ask what BJP brings to the table when the deal is made. If BJP don't have booths, no one will respect BJP. Absolutely, that is right. Karthik Kasiraju says, Stalin says Hinduism is Corona, AIDS and so on. This is Udaynidhi. But why Hindus of TN vote them? I don't get it. What is wrong with Hindus in TN? Well, he said that after he got elected. Bussi is a place in Pondi Assembly. Thank you so much, J Krishan 70J. So that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.